Hello everybody, it's Mr. Smith here. I just wanted to take this time out to celebrate Martin Luther King and celebrate his life and give a little bit of a biography. After this, I'll explain the activity that we're about to do in A Square. So, sit tight. Martin Luther King Jr. was a scholar and minister who led the civil rights movement. After his assassination, he was memorialized by Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Who was Martin Luther King Jr.? Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister and civil rights activist who had a seismic impact on race relations in the United States beginning in the 1950s. Among his efforts, King headed the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Through his activism and inspirational speeches, he played a pivotal role in ending the legal segregation of African American citizens in the United States, as well as the creation of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. King won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, among several other honors. He continues to be remembered as one of the most influential and inspirational African American leaders in history. Dr. King fought for peace, acceptance, diversity, and inclusion, and so much more. One of my favorite things about Dr. King is that he fought for equality and for those who were ridiculed and in the minority to be seen as a human being. Dr. King's legacy leaves us with many famous words that will linger on and inspire generations to come. Today, we will look at his words and discuss our perceptions of meaning and imagery created in our minds by these quotes. What you're going to see on your screen is an example of the activity that we're going to do today. It'll tell you how to do it. What's going to happen is that in your A squares, you're going to discuss 3 different quotes. What's going to happen for each quote is you're going to do 3 things. 1, as a class, you're going to discuss what you think the quote means. 2, you're going to describe. And when I say describe, it says, what does this look like? So you read the quote and you say, well, what does that look like? What imagery is created in your mind when you read the quote? You think of imagery meaning mental pictures. What's created by the words that you read? The third thing that you're going to do is make a list. Think about our character ed words of the month. What words speak out to you when you read these quotes? Also, I'm going to go back to B for a second. When you describe, and it says, what does this look like? You got to explain it. So how do you explain it? You can explain it through the chat. You can write out your vision, or you can draw a small picture on a piece of scrap paper and explain it to the class, or explain it through chat. So you have an option there. My example that you're looking at on the screen. So if I was a student in A Square, this is how I would do the assignment. This is just how I think. What you have here is a quote. My MLK quote. It says, there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular. But he must take it because his conscience tells him it is right. So when I think about that, I discuss it when I'm thinking about the meaning. That means that it's always the right time to take a stand. And that's what that means for me. And to always do the right thing. Or at least, you have to attempt it. My vision. So the imagery created in my mind, the mental pictures, I thought of a heart and I thought of muscle. So you can see on my example, I have a heart and I have a muscle, a flexing arm in the middle of it. Because you got to have a strong heart. My explanation of my drawing, it says, after I read the quote, I thought about how important it is to trust your heart, be strong, and do the right thing. Here's an example. My friends are laughing at the new student sitting alone in the lunchroom, and I know it's not right. I'm going to sit with that new student and leave my friends because it's the right thing, but maybe hard thing to do. Doing the right thing isn't always easy, but you should always listen to your heart. because the truth is there and the answer is there. We just have to be strong and act. There's never a wrong time to do the right thing. Part C, make a list of words. I told you to think about our character words of the month. When I read the quote, I thought of the following words: courage, love, perseverance, and truth. Good luck with this activity. Have fun with it. Have some meaningful discussion with your A Squared teachers. A Squared teachers, thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.